Jazz, thank you very much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm well, thank you, very well.
Good.
Right, in your intro, I was saying how you're an award-winning director. Because you're in the back of everything, we don't really see your face, so people won't necessarily know who you are.
Right.
So maybe you can give our viewers a little bit of information
Well,
yourself.
that's the way it should be, because I like to be behind the camera and not in front. But my views on
What you're doing, how you got into production and direction.
I was, my parents were very disappointed that I didn't become a lawyer, or doctor, or engineer. But no, as a child, I was always fascinated with how they made movies. So, I asked, I remember my grade 7 teacher, she gave me a university textbook. She goes, "This is how movies are made," and that was it. And I
You
just
read from a book?
Well, I first found out in grade 7, and she told me, this is a camera and it's lighting and everything, and I was in grade 7, so I was, what, 12, 13 years old.
Wow.
And then since then, I just pretty much kept on track on doing this.
So you started quite young then?
Well,
Well, your passion for it was
it's
fueled.
like, you know, when you're a kid, everybody wants to be a fireman, astronaut, engineer, or something. Yeah, I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Wow. Did you have that in your family? Were you around anyone who's in film?
Yes, yeah. Actually, my uncle, Virk, he's a producer in Bombay. And I think he might have influenced me as well, because he came to visit our house, and remember as a child watching his film Kroddi.
Kroddi?
Kroddi with Dhurminder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle made that film, yeah.
Oh my God.
But I haven't seen him since, so hopefully I'll see him soon.
So do you think that sparked up a little passion inside you?
I think so, yeah, just a little bit. Oh, if he can do it.
I could do it if he could do it.
Of course, and then of course, you have to go to school, right? And so, you know, you do go to school, went to college and university, studied photography, graphic design, and world cinema. I wanted to get a knowledge of cinema around the world. And then after that, you know, you have to do the apprentice, and you have to get out there, serve coffee, make sandwiches,
Work for free.
work for free for years, take any gig and job you can, and then slowly you can you'll make your name.
So you really have been working your way up from a very young age.
Yeah.
I need to ask you about your accent, because a lot of people are going to be like, that doesn't sound like a London or a Birmingham accent.
No, it's a fake accent.
Is it a fake
I'm just
is
putting
that,
it
is
on.
that your media accent?
It's my media accent. Yeah, it's my Toronto accent.
So can you tell us how you moved around? Were you born in Toronto?
No, I was born in England. I was born actually Greenford. Here. Yeah, in London. Yes, I was born there, from what my parents tell me. It says so on the certificate. Then we moved to Wolverhampton,
Okay, yep.
Wensbury, Dollerston, and then from there we went to Toronto. And now
And how old are you when you went to Toronto?
I was 10 years old.
So have you lived most of your life in Toronto?
Yeah, most of my life in Toronto, and I'm back. I'm glad to be back in Birmingham, working, like full time here.
So when did you come back to Birmingham?
I came back in March.
So you really have been in Toronto this whole time. You've only just come back.
I've only come back. That's right.
Wow. Right, guys, we're going to grill him in a little bit more. He's not going to get away that easy. This is number 8. Come right back. Right, Jazz, we were speaking about Jazzy B. You've also just directed Jazz Dami's new video, Dekhe Wali.
Yes.
How did that? Because Jazz Dami, girls are going to go crazy. Like girls love Jazz Dami.
Right.
How did that video come about? How did you meet him? How did that happen? Was it the same case of, hey, Jazzy, it's Jazz? You're like, Mom, who's Jazz Dami?
Well, it happened the same way. No, because remember, like I've worked with the, Jazz DB, Bubu Man, Shikishinda Shinda, Aman here. I've worked with like some of the best, the biggest.
Dons of Bhangra.
And then I had just finished Rambo. We'll talk about that later. And then I get a phone call from his people, Sanchez Productions, and they said, we would like to do a video. And I was confused because I never heard of him. I'm Googling, I'm going, I can't find this.
Spell Dami.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Googling, H Dami showed up and this and that, but okay, so then Jazz Dami, I go, okay. And I said no.
What did you say
Well,
no?
because it's a newcomer, the profile, and I go, he's a newcomer, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm used to working with the big heavy hitters.
Established names.
Yeah, but his people said, no, we'll take care of you, and we'll, whatever you wish, in collaboration with our ideas. So I went and did some research and looked at him and I go, okay, he's got a good voice, he's a good-looking kid, and he's young. This could be the new breed of Asian music in England.
Yeah.
And so I go, you know what? I'll take my chance.
Right, guys, let's move along. This is number 6. We've spoken about Jazzy B's Romeo video.
Yes.
We've spoken about Jazz Dami's.
Yes.
The biggest video, Rambo.
Yes.
Rambo.
Yes.
Tell me about that, because that was a very big budget
Do you know
video.
the words to the song?
Yeah. It was played all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How well did it do here?
It did very well here. Jazzy B is a very popular Bhangra singer anyway.
Right.
So he's been around for absolutely ages.
Well, he is the crown prince.
He is the
And he
king
wears
of
that
Bollywood,
title very well.
Bhangra. Yeah, he's been working for a very long time. So whenever he releases any material, especially here at Brit Asia TV,
Right.
we plug the single, we plug the video all the time. And Rambo, I remember back then, I don't think Brit Asia TV was even around when
You're right.
Rambo came out. So tell me about that, because that was a huge video. Now that you're telling me you have a hip hop background,
Yes.
I do see how that was sort of conveyed in that video.
Yeah.
It looked like a very Biggie-esque
Yeah,
video.
the funny thing is I don't watch television, so which is good.
I know. I have to talk to you about this as well.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier, and I was like, Jazz, have you seen this? Have you seen that? He goes, actually, I don't own a TV. I don't watch TV. And I was just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How can you be a producer director and not have a TV show?
One thing is, if something's really cool out there, something I'll watch, I'll just rent it or buy it on DVD or download it from a reputable website. and I'll watch it that way. But TV, I just can't, because I do commercials, I do TV, I actually produce TV shows. So, when I go to work, I see enough TV, and when I come home, I just want to put on some good music or put on a movie. I love watching my films. I love to study films.
So you don't watch TV, why? Because you don't want to be influenced?
Well, if you could have The Simpsons on 24/7, I'd be happy. Right? No, it's not that I just don't have time. But when you're in the studio 10, 15 hours, you don't want to come home to watch TV.
It's funny you said that, because I did a media studies A-level.
Right.
And after I took the A-level, I used to watch EastEnders. And I used to be
Okay.
like, oh, that's a mid-shot. That's an over-the-shoulder shot. And you suddenly become really aware of how they've made the show.
Yeah.
Like, guys at home, if that happens to you, because I know me and my sister say this all the time, if you've done media A-level, media GCSE, if you watch a show, you're suddenly really aware of the angle, the 180-degree angle, and all this stuff you used to know. So it used to drive me nuts. I could never actually watch the show.
Well, actually, the funny thing, that doesn't happen to me. I'm a huge audience member. I love to watch. And if it really affects me, I'll watch it again, the second or third time, and
Yeah.
then I'll start dissecting.
Okay, so back to Rambo.
Yes.
How did that come about?
So...
Because you'd worked with Jazzy already.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Then I remember after the success of Romeo, I went to India, we met up with Jazzy, and we went to Bombay, and we hung out. And I just kept, working on my craft and my talents and my people. And then, what year is 2009? So 2007, November, Jazzy B calls me out of the blue again. He goes, how you doing? I go, good. He goes, I got a new album coming out. Can you do the title track? I go, cool. Sure.
Done and done. So how did you come up with the concept of everything? How much creative input are you allowed as a director?
See, I don't know how other directors work, but I listen to the artist first to tell me, what kind of ideas they have, what the song is about, and what they would like to accomplish with it.
Okay.
Keep it very loose. You don't want to lock yourself into, otherwise you're making videos where you translate each line, so you don't need any creative input when you're translating each line in a video.
Yeah.
So let's keep it loose. And plus, I understand Punjabi now much better than I did. My mother used to translate. She was my co-producer.
Do you not know Punjabi?
Of course, I do know it. I can hail a cab and ask for roti. Right?
You can hail a cab and ask for roti.
Right.
That's all you need to know Punjabi.
Exactly, right. No, but since I met Jazzy B, I've been back into my culture and community.
Wow.
So my family is very, very happy that he's
Go
actually...
out with Jazzy. Go out with Jazzy.
Yeah,
Jazzy.
exactly, yeah. So, which is great. So, but when it comes to like to keep the creative process loose, is listen to the artist. And I go, what is your goal? You gotta have a goal. You're not just making a video.
Yeah.
Because this is business, right? This is marketing. This is advertisement. Anybody can make just a video.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not what I do.
Wow.
So with Rambo, he goes, I'm coming back after remember the Romeo album was a huge, monster success.
Yeah.
How do you top that?
How do you? Yeah.
Oh my God, me and Jazzy, we went nuts. I go, so what do you got planned? He goes, okay, let's do this. I go, okay, if you're gonna come back, we gotta come back as hard as possible. I mean, like, make something that is so impactful that you can't.
Because there were helicopters.
We had 3 Bugattis, 4 Rolls Royce, helicopters, jet
Bugattis?
planes.
Sorry.
Bugatti Veyron, the most expensive car in the world.
Wow, a Bugatti Veyron. Everyone has to be like, you're such an idiot.
Yeah, no. I didn't know much about cars either until I sat in the car and...
4 Rolls Royces.
4 Phantom Rolls Royces. I can't remember. Miss Universe, Jazzy B.
Yeah.
6 cities, 10 days of shooting around the world.
So, how much did that video cost? Can you give me a ballpark figure? Because it was the most expensive video.
Yeah, the most expensive, not in just the Asian Bhangra music, this is India. Like you have to, if you look at the pop music scene across India.
The most expensive video ever made at the time.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
Has it been topped?
No, has not been topped.